Hello everybody and welcome to episode 19 of Tombstone TV. This is part 1, and in your opening contest we have a rematch from last week. We are going to have the Platinum Kid escorted to the ring as always by his mentor Carlos Reyes. It's the Platinum Kid versus Cara del Diablo. Cara del Diablo was livid at his own performance here last week on Tombstone TV and wants another shot at the Platinum Kid. He wants to show the fans just what he's made of, and the Platinum Kid thinks, yep, beat you once, mate, I can do it again. And here he is, folks. One of the newest signings to Championship Wrestling Series. This is Cara del Diablo, and the face of the devil himself is here, folks. He means business. He's come straight from the independent scene after being all over Mexico, all over Germany, Japan, independence in the US, and now he is plying his trade here at Championship Wrestling Series and here on Tombstone TV. Cara del Diablo, chasing gold and chasing paychecks. He's hoping to make his way onto the card for the upcoming pay-per-view event, Violent Night, which we're 2 weeks away from, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for joining us here at Championship Wrestling Series. Be sure to like the videos, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Instagram, X, TikTok. Just search Championship Wrestling Series. We'll pop up. If you have any friends that like shoot combat, simulated shoot combat, or real virtual fighting, Championship Wrestling Series is where a place to be. And straight off the bat, Cara del Diablo goes for that running dropkick, gets caught and eats a right hand from the Platinum Kid. Kick to the gut and a DDT takes Cara del Diablo down. Pinfall attempt here. Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Cara del Diablo. Handspring, head scissors, tilt-a-whirl. Platinum Kid takes Cara del Diablo down. Knee to the gut, springs off the ropes, leaps over, and look at that. The thigh across the back of the head. The Platinum Kid driving Cara del Diablo into the mat, and again with a DDT. Stomping onto Cara del Diablo. Look at these back-to-back uppercuts. Dodges the right hand. Low kick from Del Diablo, followed up by a high kick, but misses. Snapmare. And a drop kick to the back of the head. This has been all Platinum Kid. Whips Diablo off the ropes. Drops down. Leaps frogs. And look at that for an arm drag. The Platinum Kid is fast. But look, Diablo is quick too. He gets out of that and answers back with a dropkick of his own. Del Diablo, and now with the springboard, the head scissors, and the tilt-a-whirl. My God, look at this. You can hear Diablo. He's telling Platinum Kid, you learned that from him. Well, he learned that from me. Carlos Reyes, the mentor of the Platinum Kid on the outside. Long-time nemesis. One-time friend. Cara del Diablo with this sit-out power bomb in the corner. Split leg crotch assault. And goes for the kick. Kid ducks and evades, and he gets out of these punches and kick attempts. Platinum Kid again drops down. And look at that. For a front spinning elbow. And Diablo's up and answers in with a lovely kick. Taking Platinum Kid down with the standing shooting star. Diablo, oh my God! A variation of the special buy. We see Hardy and Dudley do that from time to time. Is Diablo shooting shots here as a fellow light heavyweight? Is he shooting shots at the light heavyweight champion? putting everybody on notice. Cara del Diablo now, look at this! Oh my god, leaps straight up to the top rope, out to the outside, and Hurricane Rana's the Platinum Kid to the floor. Low kick, punch, kick again. Oh, and a chin breaker from Platinum Kid. He turns the tides of that one and throws Diablo head first into that turnbuckle. Standing shooting star. Platinum Kid gets all of it and just cartwheels and leaves his foot on the chest of Diablo. The Platinum Kid's confidence levels rising every week here, folks. It's a pleasure to watch this kid grow before our very eyes. The mentorship that he's receiving from Carlos Reyes really paying off. I say that as Cara del Diablo turns the tide of this one and launches him into the barricade and whips Platinum Kid away. Rest count up to 6 now as Diablo launches himself back into the ring. Folks, if I sound a little different, that's because BBA Bullet Fun Awesome has been feeling a bit under the weather this week. But he's right as rain. Honestly, he's on the path to recovery. And 1, 2, 3. Just like that, a Hurricane Rana in the center of the ring. From back to back. Look at this, folks. Cara del Diablo lighting up the ring anywhere he goes. Cara del Diablo puts a win in his own column and he goes 1-1 with the Platinum Kid. What does this mean going forward for Diablo, for Platinum Kid, for Carlos Reyes? We'll see. Join us here next for part 2 of episode 19, Tombstone TV. All that offense here towards the end of that match, just Platinum Kid couldn't hack it, eats the Hurricane Rana, gets pinned to the mat. Cara del Diablo is your winner. Join us for part 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this is part 2 of Tombstone TV episode 19. And folks, this will be a very interesting matchup. This is tag team action. Making its way to the ring, the former Intercontinental Champion, the #1 contender for the CWS Intercontinental Championship. This is Fabian Nils. And folks, Fabian has an unlikely partner here tonight. Usually we would see Fabian teaming up with Jacques Hammer to form the team of Hammer and Nils. However, this is an unusual circumstance. Management has decided to spice things up at Violent Night. They've decided that the championship should not be tied up between just these two men. After outstanding performances recently here in Championship Wrestling Series between two other individuals, a tag team matchup has been cobbled together. We're gonna have the #1 contender Fabian Nils team up with the CWS Intercontinental Champion to see if these two can work together, put their differences aside for the better of their own matchup at the pay-per-view. Because if not, if they lose this tag matchup, then the two individuals facing them will be joining the title match at the pay-per-view and it'll become a fatal 4-way. But ladies and gentlemen, this is your CWS Intercontinental Champion and tag partner for the night, Fabian Nils. This is Mr. Will Richards, and he's representing the band Wild Tiger. It's unusual to see Will out here without any other members of Wild Tiger, but as I said, this is an unusual circumstance here at CWS, unusual for Tombstone TV. But the team of Will Richards and Fabian Nils have to take on two standout solo performers and see if they can put their differences aside, because if the challenging team can win, they'll get added to the pay-per-view matchup. So there's a lot to fight for here tonight at Tombstone TV. Will Richards and Fabian Nils, surely it's an easier straight singles match between the two, so it's better for them to work together tonight for the betterment of the pay-per-view, for themselves, But the same can be said for their opponents. And introducing first, from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, the leader of the Toon Army, and YouTube's favorite wrestler, this is St. James Park. St. James Park has had a vicious feud, a bitter feud last month with the now injured El Maestro. But St. James is hoping to make his way onto the Violent Night card. And look at him, right there in front of Fabian Mills and Will Richards. St. James hoping to challenge for that Intercontinental Championship. But he has to get through this tag matchup here tonight first, folks. Will he be able to get along enough with his tag team partner for the night? We'll find out right now. As St. James Park teams up with this man, Mr. Zachary Evans, the Golden Ace himself. We've seen Zachary Evans has had fantastic showings for himself against Sweet Kenny Campbell recently, and he's had fantastic showings in contenders matches. Zachary Evans, unsuccessful in his attempts to get to the heavyweight championship, taking a detour here, fancies that Intercontinental Championship. But can the Golden Ace, Zachary Evans, successfully team with St. James Park here tonight to make this Intercontinental Championship a fatal four-way? Or will the champ and number one contender put their differences aside for one night and one night only to keep it as a singles match? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll find out next here on Tombstone TV. As I take a sip from my Lemsip, this is not an advert for Lemsip, folks. This is not a paid ad. This is not an advert. There are other cold and flu medicines available. Collar and elbow tie up, and straight away Fabian Nils ground and pound takes St. James Park down. Clubbing blows. The referee watches on. Fabian Nils now with the headlock, and look at this. Twisting St. James Park over. Clubbing blow to the back. And look at this suplex. Folks, you can see the banners in the background for Violent Night, CWS's most violent night of the year, an upcoming pay-per-view. Big time clothesline from St. James Park takes Will Richards down. And look at this. Taking Richards down again. St. James Park, England's own, and a big elbow here rocks Will Richards, takes him out of him. And St. James makes the tag to the Golden Ace himself, Zachary Evans, who's had a bitter back and forth with Wild Tiger member Sweet Kenny Campbell, so you be sure Will Richards has had his eyes on Zachary Evans recently. Big elbow there. And Zach now taunting Will Richards, who makes the tag to Fabian Nils. And now this is fresh as well, guys. Fabian Nils and Zach Evans. Oh, look at this clothesline. But he keeps the arm locked, and another clothesline takes Fabian Nils down. And a third clothesline. Fabian Nils, but he gets right back up and answers back with a right hand of his own. Gut wrench with ease, lifting Zachary Evans up over his head and drops him onto the flat of his back. And look at this with a bear hug. Bear hug submission from Fabian Nils. But Zachary Evans driving the elbow into the back of the head of Fabian Nils, getting out of this one. And look at that. Big clap over the ears, and another clothesline takes Fabian Nils down. And a cover, folks. One. And a kick out at one. Folks, you can be sure here, it's not just finishing moves to win matches at CWS. It's not just signature moves that win matches. We've seen people take pinfalls off of clotheslines and running knees. Look at that gut wrench. As we saw Cara Diablo just beat the Platinum Kid with a Hurricane Rana in the center of the ring. All you have to do is hit enough impact to take your opponent down for 3 seconds, folks. So anything could get the win here at Championship Wrestling Series. These matches are anything but predictable. Look at this belly-to-belly suplex. And Zach Evans taunting, but he's taking too long, and Fabian Nils makes the tag to Will Richards, who straight away eats a shoulder tackle. Zach Evans is telling Fabian Nils to get out of the ring. We offered enough of a distraction that Will Richards was able to launch him off the ropes. And now into the turnbuckle, follows up with an elbow to the gut. Zach Evans falls to his butt and eats some stomps in the corner. Golden Ace runs out of that with a clothesline and takes Will Richards down. We got a 1 and a kick out at 1 by Will Richards. Choke attempt here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have big matches coming up at Tombstone TV for you tonight. We have a women's match between El Dorado and Wanda Curse coming up. The women have been complaining here that they haven't had enough spotlight matches, so we're going to have a lot of individual singles women's matches in the upcoming weeks and months here. Look at that. Look at that for a variation of a power bomb and a running elbow. St. James Park elbowing Will Richards to the mat. Now he's telling him to get back up. And as long as after Wanda Curse versus El Dorado, we'll have Killian Curses in singles action tonight, folks, as well, as he takes on Prince Toro, who we haven't seen much of in singles action here. So that's a fresh matchup here at CWS2, folks. Later on, we've got a tag matchup between the Cosmic Alliance team of Moonbeam Jr. and the Starshine Kid as they take on Vincent and Kennedy Man. Dudley Bye, he's in singles action later on tonight, folks, as he takes on Theon Castle. You'll be sure that both competitors' brothers will be in their corner tonight as well, as Hardy and Tyrion look on. And look at that for a power bomb, Fabian Nilsson to break it up and save the singles match of pay-per-view. Evans now, look at that, spears Nils off the turnbuckle. St. James outside, locking up with Will Richards and tosses him back into the ring. Tag here now made by St. James, the legal man. Makes Will Richards eat a big right hand, and here we go. Ross Bottom, the Ross Bottom. In for the cover attempt, center of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Fabian Nils was not quick enough to break up the count. And look who's just qualified for that Intercontinental Championship matchup, folks. Will Richards will be fuming if Fabian Nils, St. James, and Zachary Evans were able to team up for tonight. Put their differences aside and make this thing a fatal four-way at Violent Night. Folks, the Intercontinental Championship matchup. It's going to be St. James Park versus Zachary Evans versus Fabian Nils versus Will Richards for the IC title. Anything can happen here at Championship Wrestling Series, where wrestling is all fun and games. Join us for Part 3, El Dorado, Wanda Curse, up next. Part 3, Tombstone TV Episode 19. The voice you are hearing, as always, your host, Bullet Von Awesome, aka BBA. This is a singles match in the women's division, and it is set for one fall. Introducing first, the Gold Seeker. This is El Dorado. If anyone wonders, the L stands for Lindsay. Lindsay Dorado. As Lindsay Dorado makes her way to the ring, the treasure glows. El Dorado's got gold in her soul, ready to conquer, make the whole world roll. You may remember that Lindsay Dorado lost to suplex last week. And she's hoping to turn the tide in her favor. But folks, to do that, she has to get through the cursed one. This is Wanda Curse. We haven't seen much from Wanda Curse here at Championship Wrestling Series. We've heard all about her. We know her from the independent wrestling scene. We know her from traveling the world as a single and in mixed tags alongside her brother Killian Curse, who will be in action in our next matchup later tonight. But this is a treat for the fans, folks. Wanda Curse wants to make her own statement here in the Women's Division of Championship Wrestling Series. So what a perfect matchup we have for you, as these two are going to collide. Be sure the champion big-time aerial wrestler is watching this one from the back alongside number 1 contender Ren. I'd say this one's a monitor sellout at the back, folks. Wanda Curse ready to take on El Dorado in singles action. El Dorado readies herself in the corner. Wanda readies herself in her corner. The referee's ready and rings the bell, and here we go. Big boot out of the gates from El Dorado, taking Wanda Curse down. Bouncing the head of Wanda right off the mat and stomping across the gut. And El Dorado just posing here, stomping across the back. Folks, we know that these two have met on the independent scene many years ago. But this is the first time that they've competed one-on-one in many, many moons. And look at that. Top rope elbow to the sternum. El Dorado now picking Wanda up, kicks her into the chest, whips her with the chop and drags her down by her hair. Look at this running neck breaker. Wanda takes El down. Cover 1 and a kick out at 1. Wanda now jumping up, and look at this guillotine. Guillotine here applied to El Dorado. We know that Wanda has a couple of these curses in her back pocket that she likes to use. Killian and Wanda are submission experts, and look at that with a running knee to the face, which again is typical of the curses, hitting knees to the face. They like to hit that Avada Kedavra running knee. And look at this. Oh my God, El Dorado with a zigzag like maneuver. I think she calls that the road to gold. And look at that drop kick to the side of the head. Wanda Curse now whipping El Dorado up the ramps. We gotta throw a spotlight on this, folks. That area is not normally lit, as Wanda Curse drives the knee again into the face of El Dorado. El Dorado gets out, whips the arm, and takes Wanda Curse down. Stomping on the arm here is very, very tactical choice from El Dorado. She knows that if you take away the arms of Wanda, she can't apply that Crucio Curse. And dropping her head first onto that steel, the bridge between the ramp and the floor outside. El Dorado runs back to break up the count, goes for a running leg drop, and I think it was a drop kick attempt, but when Wanda lost her footing, she turned it into a leg drop and a German suplex outside on the floor. El Dorado wipes her feet on Wanda. Such an act of disrespect. Look at this ground and pound offense here. El Dorado is not happy that Wanda's walking in and she's getting this star treatment when El Dorado's been here since the inception of the women's division at CWS. Bouncing the face of Wanda off that entranceway here. That's concrete. You can see that, folks. There's no padding there at all. El Dorado now whips Wanda back toward the ring. El gets back in and back out again to break up the count. She does not want to win by count out. El Dorado is a serious competitor here and has just not had the best run of form at CWS. She's looking to change that tonight, and look at this top rope elbow drop flying through the air. And look at this kick, and oh my God, look at this. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. I can't believe it. El Dorado with a top rope springboard moonsault, but misses it. Wanda taking advantage. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. by El Dorado. El Dorado, big kick. And again, look at this now, up with an electric chair drop. Face burst. Wanda Curse hits the mat. El Dorado talking serious trash, and that goes for the cover. That's a 1 and a rope break. Wanda knows just where she is. The ring awareness of Wanda Curse to get to that bottom rope and break the referee's count. El Dorado back to targeting the arm of Wanda. And again, up again from the ropes. Goes for a double axe handle, misses wildly. Wanda now taking advantage yet again. Just chopping El Dorado across those ropes, and now trying to take away the legs of Dorado. El Dorado whips Wanda over the top rope and out to the floor. And El Dorado chases Wanda to the outside, eats a big right hand. I think Wanda was playing possum here, folks. And look at this big clothesline to the back of the head. Takes El Dorado down. And another knee to the face. Wanda Curse driving the knees into the face of El Dorado. Wanda's taking a breather out here as the referee makes a count up to 5, 6, and oh my God, back into the ring only to be met with a clothesline over at the top rope and back out to the floor. El Dorado off the top rope. What's she going for here? El Dorado with a drop kick from the top rope to the outside. She'd get a gold medal for accuracy on that one. She's stomping away across the chest. Wanda Curse is taking a beating in this one, folks. El Dorado launches Wanda back into the ring. Now it's El Dorado taking a breather on the outside. Slides back in. And knocks Wanda right back down. El Dorado now going for a cover off of a punch to the back of the head. And again, the ring awareness of Wanda to get to that bottom rope. Break the rest count, and look at this, the top rope moonsault. El Dorado's going for gold. 3, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner in this women's matchup with the going for gold top rope springboard moonsault. This is El Dorado. Folks, come back for part 4 where we're going to have Prince Toro take on Wanda Curse's brother Killian Curse in singles action. Thank you. This is part 4, episode 19 of Tombstone TV. And we just had a fantastic women's matchup here between Wanda Curse and El Dorado, which leads us to this match. Will Killian Curse have better fortunes than his sister? We'll find out in this one as Killian takes on Prince Toro in singles action here at CWS. We saw Killian last week beat Patty Fields in one-on-one action. That was on episode 18 of Tombstone TV. And we saw him make his debut on episode 17 in that Contenders matchup where he was unsuccessful. But just because he did not win the Contenders does not mean this guy's a fierce competitor. This guy has been known as the Eater of Death, one of the cursed ones. This is Killian Curse. And he is absolute wizard between the ropes here, guys. This guy can do magic. Like his sister, he likes to apply submission holds. They refer to them as curses. And he's got that running knee finish, that Avada Kedavra, that has ended many a man on the indies. Let's see how he can fare here tonight as he takes on this man. This is a winner of Contenders 3, former #1 contender for the Heavyweight Championship here at Championship Wrestling Series. This is Prince Toro. He may have won a Contenders match, but he has not fared well in the Heavyweight Championship scene. There has been rumors in the back that he's been speaking to management about maybe changing weight classes and changing divisions here at CWS. We'll see how that goes in the future for this man, Prince Toro. This will be a cracking match, or as the kids call it, a banger. Ref rings the bell, and a tie-up here, dead center of the ring. Killian Curse Prince Toro up and drops him over the top turnbuckle. Stuffs across the chest. Ducks under and drops Toro with a DDT. And Killian spins Toro around and rocks the back of his head with a clothesline. Big right hand. And a stomp across the back of the arm. Killian Curse, rumored to be a little unhappy with his performance last week. He got the win against Patty Fields, but he felt he should have won that matchup a lot sooner given the level of competition. Again, Killian taking Patty very lightly. I doubt he's going to be taking Prince Toro as lightly as he took Patty Fields, so this should be an excellent contest between these two. Toro whips Killian into the corner there, rocks him with a clothesline and hits the barricade on his way down, followed by a very quick splash. And now some stomps across the chest. A little Pele kick there from Killian Curse as he evades a punch but trips over his own feet here. A big tie-up, and oh my gosh, Killian just tosses Toro into that advertisement, that barricade for the Violent Night pay-per-view upcoming, which we're 2 weeks away from, folks. Rest count up to 6 as Killian makes his way back into the ring and wipes his feet on Toro. Refs count up to 8, and Toro makes his way back into the ring, and another collar and elbow tie-up. Toro launches Killian into that corner and hits him with a clothesline. The Toro with the cover here, folks, 1, and a kick out at 1. Toro kicking Killian while he's down and stomping across the back. Toro showing his freaky strength off by grabbing Killian's ankle and just launching him into the air right there. Whipping off the ropes, and a big elbow followed through to take Killian Curse down. And a running clothesline takes Killian Curse off his feet, folks. Ducks, and look at this for a big back body drop. And a spine buster. Prince Toro takes Killian Curse down with the spine buster, and he goes for that 1, 2, and a kick out by Killian Curse at the count at 2. Prince Toro now, I thought he was going for that spear, but he's dropped down and hit an arm drag. Killian Curse catches the ankle on that one. Shotgun drop kick, but Toro rolls out of it, evading that one. The quickness and the speed, the athleticism, the agility of Toro. So he whips Killian off the ropes. Oh, and a big time leaping clothesline from Killian Curse, flying through the air, takes Toro down. He rocks him with a neck breaker. Killian from behind now, spin on a big right hand, takes Toro down. That might be it. Kick out at 1. Prince Toro is not going out to a punch to the face, folks. Neither of these men have a match yet for Violent Night. Maybe they're hoping to prove themselves worthy of a shot on that card. And look at that. DDT on the apron, folks. I don't know if you've ever heard this before in a wrestling promotion, but the apron is actually the hardest part of the ring. So yeah. Killian Curse now lifting Prince Toro up onto his shoulders. And look at that, dropping him face first again over the apron. The hardest part of the ring. Again spinning Prince Toro around, rocking him with that clothesline. Folks, we are about a week and a half away from the Violent Night pay-per-view. Most violent night of the year. You can see even our Christmas trees are wrapped in barbed wire. You might use tinsel? Not us. Not at CWS. Look at this. Cover attempt here and a kick out at 1 again. Christmas is when things get a little extreme here. Folks, this is episode 19 of Tombstone TV. If you've been with us from the beginning, thank you very much. If you are new here, you don't have to go back to the start. This is an episodic show. You can just join in at the last episode. Look at that. Neckbreaker takes the man down, and we've got to cover here 1, and a kick out at 1. Join in at the last episode. If anything's relevant, hopefully I'll remember enough to tell you. Oh, club and blow across the chest. That being said, go back, watch the shorts, watch the videos, like the videos, comment below, share them with your friends. Do all the things to help the algorithm. Oh, look at that, 2 stomps across the chest. And Toro was being too cocky. Killian gets up behind him, dragging Toro now over to the center of the ring. He caught Toro off guard, folks. Killian stalking Toro. Stomp across the back of the head. And Killian driving the knee into the face of Prince Toro, and he's bursting wide open. Big cut across the face of Toro. Killian goes right back to it. But Toro gets the arm drag and lifts Killian off his feet. Toro now hits that running spear. That bull spear. We've got a rope break. The cursed ones aren't cursed tonight, folks. Luck has been on their side when it comes to rope breaks. Toro now go over these clubbing blows over the top. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Toro lets Killian fall face first off the apron to that floor. Toro flexing for the fans. He thinks he's got him, and immediately Killian Curse turns the tide with a kick to the side of the bust open head of Prince Toro. Killian whipping Toro back into the ring. Follow him back in after the refs count up to 3. Killian Curse leaps into the air again with that clothesline, taking Prince Toro down. Big right hands and a knee to the gut. Toro in precarious position here, folks. Look at this, being choked over the top rope. Killian Curse lifting Toro up with a suplex. Momentum is surely in the hands. Oh, he's got it. Folks, here he is. Oh, Killian Curse was too close to the ropes. He locked in that Cruciatus Curse, but Toro was too close to the ropes. And Killian flies through the skies, goes for a top rope splash and misses. Toro, big right hands. And he's got this bear hug. A submission of his own, but Killian fights out of this submission, folks. Big ear clap. Killian with a running knee to the face. Oh my God, Killian gets that running knee to the face. We've seen that before, folks. If you followed the career of Killian Curse, you've seen those running knees. How important they are as an offensive maneuver in the arsenal of Killian Curse. The momentum shifting back and forth between these two guys here. Neither one gets advantage for long. Killian with Toro up on his shoulders, and oh my God, look at that. Deadly driver right there. And again, the Cruciatus Curse is locked in. This time Toro's got nowhere to go. Oh my God. He flips it. He reversed the momentum, and somehow Toro gets out of the Cruciatus Curse. A knee to the face of Killian Curse, and Toro's going for the cover, and a kick out at 2 by Killian Curse. Folks, I genuinely thought that might have been it. These guys have been going for over 10 minutes. Toro going for a suplex, and he just releases Killian Curse off of that suplex. And a low kick, and a running knee of his own. A running knee, and he's burst Killian Curse open with his own move. 1, 2, 3, folks, that's it. Your winner, Prince Toro. Prince Toro has just beaten Killian Curse in singles action. The Cursed Ones may both actually be cursed. I spoke too soon earlier, folks. But the cursed ones both lost here tonight. You can see Killian in the background, staring daggers through Prince Toro. This might not be the last we see of these guys. I can imagine the cursed ones not too happy with their losses here tonight, folks. We'll see what this means going forward for both cursed ones, for El Dorado and for Prince Toro. Ooh, foreshadowing. This is part 5 of Tombstone TV episode 19. Folks, this is a tag team matchup. A few teams backstage been asking for shots, been asking for opportunities, including these guys right here. So tonight, folks, you're going to get to see the Man Family Enterprises. You've got the team of Vince and Kennedy alongside Mick, Man, tagging up here tonight. These guys believe that they should be running this whole company, and not just this company, but the whole of the wrestling business. Vincent Kennedy and Mick, man, they just love wrestling. They love business. That's Vincent Kennedy and Mick Man. Mick Man Family Entertainment. There's family entertainment. Get it? Vince Kennedy, Mick Man Family Entertainment. It's brilliant. Guys, just bear with me, like. Anyway, the team of Vince and Kennedy taking on everyone's favorite luchadors, the Cosmic Alliance. On your left, the Starshine Kid. On your right, Moonbeam Jr. alongside the Middleman. Alongside Ozone. We haven't seen the Cosmic Alliance in action much here in Championship Wrestling Series recently, and they have asked for more opportunities, and if you ask, you shall receive here at CWS, folks. Cosmic Alliance ready to do battle. Look at these guys. So this is not 3 versus 3, folks. This is 2 on 2. We will have the Starshine Kid and Moonbeam Jr. taking on Vincent and Kennedy, man. Cosmic Alliance have a pretty good tag record here, actually, at CWS. They also have individual careers that they focus on. And look at this, straight off the bat, Vince with a release suplex, dropping Moonbeam, who answers back with a kick. And a springboard assisted DDT taking Vince Man down. And Moonbeam straight over to tag out to his partner, Starshine Kid. The quickness and the speed of the Starshine Kid taking Vince down. Folks, we're about a week and a half away. Oh my God, look at this, over the top rope somersault to the outside. The Starshine Kid flies. He learned that one from his mother, Lady Starshine. And look at the agility and speed again. Starshine Kid just rolling through. And look at the standing shooting star press to the prone Vince McMahon, and the Starshine Kid goes for it again after talking some trash, but Vince gets the knees up and drops a drop kick to the back of the Starshine Kid. Refs count up to 6 as the Starshine Kid launches Vince into the ring and follows up to the top rope, and off the top, Vince trying to make the tag to Brother Kennedy, but eats an elbow. And Kennedy in to break that up with elbows across the face of the Starshine Kid. Moonbeam now over talking trash to Kennedy. As Starshine again leaps back and hits with that Pele kick and a knee to the back. Misses with the second one. And evades a clothesline attempt by Vince Man. But you can't evade that. The Starshine Kid might be seeing stars after he hits his eyes off that top turnbuckle. Vince whips Starshine, gets the drop down, leapfrog, And look at that for a power slam. Vince, man, dropping the knee across the face of the Starshine Kid. And now makes his way over for the tag. Kennedy, now legal, goes for a clothesline but eats 2 forearms to the face instead. Starshine Kid proves his point, makes the connect, and hits a tag to Moonbeam Jr., the fresher man in this matchup. Double shoulder tackle, neither man goes down. Kennedy now. Oh my God, just rocks Moonbeam. Drops him, eyes across that top turnbuckle. Vince, now legal. And look at that for Uranagi taking Moonbeam Jr. down, but Moonbeam pops right back up to his feet, folks. The Cosmic Alliance not to be messed with. Look at this for a drop down, and look at that. A beautiful kick. And another one, a super kick from Moonbeam Jr. Vince makes a tag to Kennedy. And look at that, oh my God, a rope assisted Hurricane Rana from Moonbeam Jr. And Kennedy just damn near takes Moonbeam's head off with that clothesline. Rocking Moonbeam's face over the knee. And now Kennedy taking the time to taunt his opponent, but eats a DDT for taking too long. Moonbeam Jr. evades the clothesline that time. Grabs Kennedy from behind, but Kennedy fights his way out of it. Kennedy scooping Moonbeam up with ease and just throwing Moonbeam Jr. around the ring. Moonbeam makes the tag as Kennedy poses in the corner, and Kennedy just damn near takes Starshine Kid's head off too. And look at this reverse Hurricane Rana. Starshine Kid taking Kennedy down. Starshine Kid gets the drop kick on Kennedy, man. And sneaks under, evades the clothesline, kicks up, and hits him with that Pele kick, taking Kennedy, man, down. Starshine Kid looked like he was contemplating going top rope. Changed his mind, goes for the tag instead. Moonbeam Jr. now legal. Moonbeam bouncing off that top rope. Oh my God, but he gets hit with a drop toe hold, and his face hit that bottom rope on the way down, and immediately picked up and dropped with the German suplex from Kennedy, man. Starshine has seen enough and gets in to break the count so fast the ref didn't even count to 1. Vince gets into the ring and throws Starshine out to the floor on the outside and follows him out himself. Kennedy with like a Vulcan death grip. A submission on the shoulder here. Moonbeam fights his way out of that one, sweeping the legs of Kennedy. Moonbeam goes for a springboard DDT again. Moonbeam taunting the crowd. Locks up with Kennedy. And look at this again, a Hurricane Rana. Gave Kennedy too much time. He should have gone for the cover there, in my opinion. Kennedy slides to the outside, where Ozone's talking a bit of trash to Kennedy on the floor. Vince seems to have dropped Starshine Kid outside. Moonbeam goes for a kick. Oh, Kennedy evades it and answers back with a big boot of his own. Kennedy now just manhandling Moonbeam Jr. Big right hand from Kennedy. Moonbeam fighting back out. Side Moonbeam leg sweep from Moonbeam Jr. Tries to drag his opponent into his own corner, but Kennedy fights out of it. Kennedy going for a suplex attempt, and he just releases Moonbeam, who hit every rope on the way down. Kennedy is vicious, folks. Goes for the cover again, but right in front of Starshine Kid. Again, the ref's being too lenient, in my opinion, as Vince whips Starshine Kid to the outside. Kennedy got Moonbeam up onto the apron, and he's going for these 10 clubbing blows across the chest. Just backhanding the mush and Moonbeam with one arm and clubbing away at the chest with the other. Kennedy, man, dropping Moonbeam right in front of Ozone. Now Kennedy in unfamiliar territory up on that top rope, while Vince battles with Starshine on the outside. The camera's focusing on Vince McMahon doing push-up with Starshine on his shoulders. We didn't get to see the impact of that one. But Vince, anyway, gets a big spine buster on Moonbeam. Misses with the splash. Moonbeam with that side Moonbeam leg sweep to Kennedy. Refs count up to 6. Moonbeam back into the ring. Ozone giving his face. Moonbeam now spearing Vince off that apron. Kennedy has seen enough, and look at this. He goes for the end of it. No, he doesn't. Moonbeam flips him over. Gets a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Kennedy. Man, at 2. I thought Kennedy was going to get Moonbeam, only for Moonbeam to turn the tides in that one. And look at this, a Hurricane Rana. The Starshine Kid looking like he's going for that Starshine elbow. And look at this. He goes for the People's Moonsault instead. A standing shooting star. The People's standing shooting star. And then a bullhammer elbow. The Starshine Kid is full of innovation, folks. Makes the tag to Moonbeam Jr. Moonbeam now wrapping up the legs of Kennedy, man, and drops into the groin area with an elbow. Snapmare bounces off the ropes and a drop kick to the side of the head of Kennedy, man. Ozone talking absolute rubbish to Kennedy there from the outside, causing a distraction. Look at this roll through kick to the face. Moonbeam and the Starshine Kid, the Cosmic Alliance, are just so fast. Been with us since the start here at CWS, as Kennedy makes the tag to Vince McMahon, who's now legal. Big right hand, and now a release. No, it's German. That's 1, and he whips through, and a clothesline absolutely turns Moonbeam inside out, and a count of 1, 2, and the Starshine Kid takes the scenic route but breaks up that count. Kennedy in to whip the Starshine away. Vince with that big man splash. And again, the ultimate man splash. And on the outside, Kennedy sidewalk slam to the Starshine Kid. Vince now scooping Moonbeam up, who fights his way out of it and gets a chop block on Vince. Kennedy and the Starshine Kid go to war on the outside. Moonbeam Jr., snapmare, drop kick. Moonbeam locks up and snapmare. He's going for that drop kick again. These kicks to the side of the head will wear you out, ladies and gentlemen. And just the disrespectful power bomb in the corner. Moonbeam abusing gravity over there. And again, that snapmare and that drop kick. That basement drop kick from Moonbeam makes the tag to the Starshine Kid. Back into the ring now and sneaking up behind Vince, who catches him with an elbow. And now a gut punch. Oh, scoops him up. Starshine gets out of it. On these right hands from Moonbeam and Starshine take Vince down. And again, a disrespectful power bomb from that corner. Starshine now stalking Vince McMahon as Kennedy and Mick look on. Starshine Kid, look. Oh my God. The fallen star. Kennedy in to break it up at 1. Starshine fuming with that one. He thought he had it up to the top rope. And look at that. Oh my God. The Starshine Kid misses with the 632 and a kick out at 2. Vince thought that he could take advantage of the Starshine Kid's mistake. When Moonbeam's rocked on the outside, Vince makes the tag to Kennedy, who eats a running kick to the face from the Starshine Kid. He is not out of this one yet, folks. Ducks the clothesline, rolls through, leaps up, pin leg kick takes Kennedy man down. Mick on the outside, looking on as his brothers are taking a beating. And now the Starshine Kid taking Kennedy man down again. Back up top. Starshine Kid again with that 630 Starshine splash and a 1-2, and Vince gets in just to break up that counter 2. Starshine Kid has seen enough. He's focused on the wrong brother though. Starshine Kid, kick, knee to the back, stomped in the arm, but gets pushed off. Kennedy and Vince do have a size advantage over Moonbeam Jr. and the Starshine Kid. That size and weight advantage coming into play again. Look at this, just lifting the Starshine Kid up onto his shoulders and just pushing him up, releasing him behind that military press. As we all know, Vincent Kennedy and Mick Mann all spent some time in the army. Oh my God, look at this Hurricane Rana taking Kennedy down. Moonbeam Jr. legal off the tag from the Starshine Kid, gets Kennedy into the corner. Moonbeam scoops Kennedy up and just absolutely lawn darts Kennedy into that second turnbuckle. And folks, we've got a 1, and Vince in to break it up. And a top rope SIE Moonbeam salt. Moonbeam with the cover now. We've got a 1-2, and Vince in to break it up before the count of 2. The Cosmic Alliance can't catch a break in this one. As ever, the voice of Bullet Von Awesome joining you in your ears, folks. I am your host for Tombstone TV and the voice of Championship Wrestling Series. Moonbeam again with that top rope. Moonbeam moonsault. And he's going for that cover. We've got a 1. And again, Vince in to break up the count before the count of 2. Starshine Kid now back up on the apron at least. Makes the tag to Starshine Kid. Moonbeam no longer legal. Starshine is in. Picks Kennedy up. Goes for a kick but gets caught. Kennedy tossing Starshine Kid around the ring by his hair. And now Kennedy goes for the cover. 1. Kick out. Pin broken up by Moonbeam Jr., who gets whipped out over the top there by Vince Mann. And look at this for a backstabber. Backstabber Starshine Kid driving the 2 knees into the back of Kennedy Man. As Vince drops Moonbeam outside. Starshine Kid egging Kennedy up to his feet. Series of kicks, but he gets arm dragged. Kennedy is the one now stalking the Starshine Kid. And Kennedy now looking for it, guys. The Family Entertainment. 1, 2. And somehow Moonbeam gets in and breaks up the count at 2. Kennedy thought he had it with the Mad Family Entertainment and the Taze in the center of the ring. And now Kennedy out to the outside where he's got a big back body drop. Starshine Kid onto the apron, which, folks, as you know, is the hardest part of the ring. Oh, my voice is gone. Moonbeam and Vince fighting on the outside. Vince just got his head smashed open there by the Moonbeam Kid, by Moonbeam Jr. Kennedy going to check on his brother. Starshine Kid out. Kennedy now attacking Moonbeam on the apron. And again, looks like he's going for a back body drop on Moonbeam Jr., which he does. The hardest part of the ring, folks. Starshine Kid has seen enough. Running. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors takedown to Kennedy Man. Starshine Kid may have the momentum with him now as both men climb back into the ring as the ref counts to 3. Gut punch from Kennedy to Starshine. Catches him by the hair and just whips him round. Kennedy now dragging the Starshine Kid to the center of the ring. That might be it, folks. This one has gone long. Everyone is absolutely beat. Kennedy dropping the knee and dragging the Starshine Kid around the ring. Moonbeam back up on the apron. Kennedy with a big right hand. And a German. And a clothesline. Turning Starshine Kid inside out, and he goes for the cover, folks. 1. And Moonbeam's in to break up the count at 1. Referees being far too lenient, in my opinion, with these And here we go, the Man Family Entertainment End of Days. Refs distracted by Vince and didn't see the cover till it was too late. Moonbeam got in to break it up. Kennedy stalking Starshine Kid. Gets a kick to the gut. And look at this. Power bombing Starshine Kid right in front of the Moonbeam Jr. But again, Moonbeam right in to break it up too. But he doesn't. He was taking the time to break it up, and Vince snuck up behind Moonbeam, grappled him from behind. Moonbeam wasn't able to break it up. He took too long. And your winners in this tag match, ladies and gentlemen, the team of Vince and Kennedy alongside Mick, the Mans. Thank you for joining us here. Tombstone TV, come back for part 6 where we're going to get to see Dudley take on Theon Castle in singles action. Can Dudley maintain his streak? Or will Theon become #1 contender for the Light Heavyweight Championship? Find out at part 6, Tombstone TV, episode 19, coming up next. Welcome back to part 6, Championship Wrestling Series, Tombstone TV, episode 19. Folks, this matchup is set for one fall. And we are still on Dudley Buy's path to the Violent Night. Or are we? Folks, we know that Dudley in recent weeks has defeated the Platinum Kid. And he has defeated Eli Valentine. Because he has been set the challenge by his brother Hardy that if he wants to fight for the Light Heavyweight Championship at the Violent Night pay-per-view, which we know both of the boys do want. We know they want this matchup. Hardy and Dudley would love to face each other, brother and brother, for championship on pay-per-view. But to get that, Dudley has to compete on 4 back-to-back episodes of Tombstone TV, and he has to win each matchup. And if he loses, whoever he loses to will become the Light Heavyweight #1 contender instead. It's an arrangement between Hardy Boy and management that Dudley has agreed to. And folks, this matchup, we're gonna get to see Dudley take on Theon Castle. And this is a brand new look here for the Castle twins. We can see they've got new armor, new helmets it seems. This is an all-new Castle twins. Still methodical as ever though. Their slow entrance. The boys come down with a bit of pep in their step and they're ready to go. And then things get slowed down by the entrance of the Castles. We see that with a couple of the teams here, especially when they take on these high-energy teams like the Buys or the Cosmic Alliance. They like to slow it back down to suit their own pace. Folks, we've seen the Castles before in mainly tag action and Championship Wrestling Series. It's rare that the Castles would have singles matches. The former tag champs after all. But after their seeming inability to recapture the tag team championships, they put their names forward as being individuals that might challenge Dudley. And then later potentially challenge Hardy for that Light Heavyweight Championship. So here we go, folks. We've got Theon Castle with a bear hug on Dudley Bye. Can Dudley keep his momentum going? Will he eventually get to challenge his brother? Oh my God, look at this Hurricane Rana taking Theon down. Straight away, Dudley gets from the corner. 1, and a kick out at 1 by Theon Castle. Dudley, oh my God, whipping him away, pulls him back, hits him with that drop kick. And now a code breaker, double knees to the face by Dudley Boy. And now stomping the knee of Theon into the mat. And a right elbow shot to the face, taking Theon down. This championship opportunity means so much to Dudley. He would love to face his brother Hardy on pay-per-view, especially for that title. Will Dudley triumph tonight? Will he get to next week's Tombstone TV episode 20, where he will have to have another matchup to get him to the Violent Night? And I said it last week, folks, but Hardy Boy doesn't have a scheduled match in between. So it has been speculated online that Hardy might fear his brother Dudley a little bit. Look at this. Power bomb on the outside onto the apron, and then spinning him around, hits him off the side of that apron again. And ladies and gentlemen, you know, you've heard it here before. The apron is the hardest part of the wrestling ring. Dudley taking the fight here to Theon. Bigging the crowd up, he whips Theon back into the ring as the ref makes the count up to 5. Dudley, boy, don't get overconfident, Dudley. You want Hardy, don't lose your opportunity. You really want this matchup. Theon, oh my god. Dudley evades that turnbuckle assault, gets back out. Series of kicks and stomps. Dudley now stalking Theon. And look at this. Leaps into the air. Basement dropkick. And a standing shooting star, but Theon got the knees up and catches Dudley's ribs. Ed's just back with a shotgun dropkick of his own. Theon now picking Dudley up. Power bomb of his own. These two are quite evenly matched. Now as Theon drops a knee across the face of Dudley Boy. But Dudley keeps up. Low kick. Gut punch. Kick to the gut again. And look at this. Oh my god, the moonsault bottom. We've got Dudley now 1, 2. And a kick out at 2 by Theon Castle. I thought that was it. And Dudley now with the special boy. The special boy. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2 by Theon Castle. Dudley thought he had it. That's how he's won the last 2 matches. With the special boy. And now get that with a picture. Perfect moonsault. 1, 2. And another kick out at 2 by Theon Castle. Dudley is beside himself. Hardy is looking on. And running Hurricane Rana. And now dragging Theon to the center of the ring. We've seen Cara Del Diablo win a match with a Hurricane Rana earlier tonight, folks. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. That's it, folks. Making his way to next week's episode of Tombstone TV, episode 20. We have got Dudley Boy with his brother Hardy versus, and I'm getting this in my ear right now, folks, he's going to be against Tyrion Castle. Oh, with Theon in his corner. Will Dudley be successful, or will he lose at the last hurdle? Can Dudley make it to Violent Night? You'll have to join us next week on Tombstone TV episode 20 to see how Dudley fares against these light heavyweights. How will he get on against Tyrion Castle? Next week, episode 20, Tombstone TV. But for now, join us on episode 19. Come back for the main event where you're going to get to see Eli Valentine take on Dragon Noir. And major attraction is in the corner of Eli Valentine, folks. Come back for your main event. Folks, this is your main event of the evening. This is episode 19 of Tombstone TV. This match is set for one fall, and introducing first, alongside the CWS World's Heavyweight Champion, this is Eli Valentine. Folks, Eli Valentine lost recently to Dudley Boy on the path to Violent Night, and Eli felt he'd done himself a disservice in his performance, so he demanded a matchup. He wants the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. He demanded a matchup with Dragon Noir. He wants to prove himself. He feels he's something to prove to not just himself, but to the whole CWS universe. So Eli Valentine has demanded a matchup with Dragon Noir. Dragon Noir wanted a tune-up match before heading into the Violent Night pay-per-view. And when Major Attraction, the World's Heavyweight Champion, heard about Eli's demands, he requested to be in the corner of Eli Valentine, a good friend of his, so that he is as a scouting opportunity to see what Dragon Noir has in store for him at Violent Night, when these guys go one-on-one for that World's Heavyweight Championship. Eli readies himself, and here he is, folks, your number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is Dragon Noir. Dragon had been away for quite a while, making a hiatus here in CWS, but he returned with a whole new outlook and attitude. He has embraced the fans. He wants to do right by them. He's your number one contender after winning Contenders 5 and will challenge Major Attraction in a singles match at the upcoming Violent Night pay-per-view. The bell rings and this one starts, and straight away Eli Valentine ducks under, evades the Dragon and hits him with a German suplex. Dragon now launching himself off that second rope, goes for a DDT and misses. Not a great start at all for the number one contender. Dragon catches Eli's leg off that kick. Answers back with a kick to the gut of his own, and he lifts oh my god, look at that Dragon driver right off the bat. Lifts him up for like a big DDT, but catches him with the knees to the gut. Dragon now measuring Eli, but Eli gets out of that. Eli whips Dragon into the ropes. Major likes what he sees as Eli catches Dragon by the neck and launches him around the ring. Eli with these low kicks. Valentine gets those kicks. And now Dragon rolls through and answers back with some stiff elbows of his own. Dragon now pointing to the sky like he's the one, because he's the number one contender, and he gets a little dropkick into the corner. Eli evades it. Dragon then launches himself wildly to the outside and misses completely. The Dragon is a wild man today. Dragon catches Eli's ankles and just launches him round. The Dragon doesn't seem to be taking Eli too seriously. Look at him launching Eli's face off that apron, and folks, if you know anything about wrestling, you'll know that the apron is the hardest part of the ring. You won't hear that anywhere else, folks, but we tell you that here. Championship Wrestling Series. Rest count up to 7 as Dragon Noir launches Eli Valentine back into the ring. Dragon enters the ring right behind him and goes for a cover. Rest down for the count on 1. Eli Valentine kicks out at 1. Dragon waits for Eli to get ready, and Dragon gets an open-handed slap to the throat, launching Eli back. Big open hand again, and Dragon grabs the waist and leaps into the sky with a neck breaker, bringing Valentine down. Dragon runs at Eli, who catches the legs of the Dragon and stomps the gut. This is with Eli right now, and look at that. Eli just dropping Valentine to the flat of his back and gets a cover for 2. Major Attraction likes what he sees out of Valentine right now. The Dragon's not putting a good showing in for himself as Eli launches himself up. The Valentine's Day stomps. 1, 2, and Eli seems to release it at 2. Looked like Eli might have had the win there, folks, but he released it. Dragon goes out to the outside. Eli sneaks up behind him. Big back body drop on that apron. And folks, that is the hardest part of the ring. Eli measuring Dragon right now. Is Dragon taking Eli too lightly? Is Major Attraction's presence being felt by Dragon? Or is Dragon just out of sorts tonight because he does not seem to be... Oh, we go. Dragon driver again outside. Lifts him up and rocks him. Refs count up to 5 as Dragon throws Eli into the stairs. Refs count up to 7. Dragon heads back into the ring. The fans are on their feet. Refs count up to 8, and Eli gets into the ring, breaks that count, and Dragon gets up behind him, and a big back body drop to Eli Valentine right in front of Major Attraction. Dragon now finding the momentum, gets a pinfall cover here, and a kick out at 1. Dragon, oh my god, absolutely just taunting Eli. And now Eli taunting Dragon. What's got into these guys? Being in the main event might be going to their heads. The Dragon drops down. Both men shoulder tackle. Neither one hits the mat. Dragon now scoops Eli up and backbreaker. Dragon measuring Eli and he runs and look at this. The Dragon flies. Ref down 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Eli Valentine. Dragon had his eyes locked on Major Attraction right there. Dragon measuring Eli and over the top rope to the outside with the somersault senton. Dragon can't win the match out there. He's cranking at Valentine's head here and making Major watch. Bouncing the head of Eli off the mat and Eli pin leg kicks Dragon. Dragon whips Eli back into the ring. Major offering the distraction here. Talking trash. But Dragon now laser focused on Eli. Stalking Eli Valentine. Dragon skips him up. And look at that. My God. Oh my God. 2 knees to the back. And that's got to be it, folks. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Final curtain. That's Finn. That is over. Dragon Noir beats Eli Valentine. Clean as a whistle, center of the ring here in the main event. Episode 19 at Tombstone TV, folks, as Major Attraction is watching on. And folks, I'm getting some breaking news in my ear right now. The match has been set. We know it's Dragon Noir, Major Attraction, one-on-one at By the Night in the main event. But folks, the stip has been added. At By the Night, the main event will be Hell in a Cell between these two. Good showing by Eli Valentine. Took Dragon a while to get into it, but he eventually won. And now he gets the love and honor of going on to face Major Attraction one-on-one in Hell in a Cell. Violent Night pay-per-view. And folks, I'm getting even more breaking news in my ear. The main event of episode Tombstone TV has been booked, and it's going to be a tag team match. Major Attraction and Eli Valentine will tag up against Dragon Noir and a mystery partner? Who could that be, folks? Find out next week, episode 20, Tombstone TV. We're on the path to Violent Night. You're very welcome to join us. As ever, I've been Bullet and Awesome, your host, the voice of Tombstone TV and Championship Wrestling Series, where wrestling is all fun and games. Join us, and thank you.